It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
Xavier Howard up to make the tackle. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. To throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. That'll be caught. Rager with it. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The first carry down for Dalvin Cook. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Now Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Weather like this, always treacherous for kickers. A good sign early, though, as he's able to put that one through.
And you remember him right before the kick stomping around his area to make sure that things were going to hold for his plant foot, and it did.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's brought down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now left side on the swing pass. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
8 yards to go on second down. To throw is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. .3 is our score after one. It's the NFL on EA Sports. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Cook now off the read option. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Cook now off the read option, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Forced out to his left. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's a 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
2nd and 2. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. This one deep right side. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Play action. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. 2 yards left on second down from the 9. They run the counter. Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Third time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And the lead is up to 15 now. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Jackson from the shotgun. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Well, it's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this is back to an 8-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll try the right side with Harris. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
2nd and 9 now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 45-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Jackson to throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control. A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
A tackle made there by Caden Stearns.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. This to make it a 3-score game late. Rosas' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And it's complete right back to Ridley. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Let's get out the field. Check 55, come on. Check 55.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson hauled in over the middle by Rager.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Jackson on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Cook now off the read option.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Dalvin Cook,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
To the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his pass is caught.
And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
There's the stiff arm. Still going.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds.
111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Harris is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Again, it's Harris.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Steelers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of cover.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. No chance.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 10. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough...
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 133 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On the give, this is Harris. And he's got some space here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.